Let's talk about this Rams and Cardinals game that we have coming up on Sunday, brought to you by BetUS. Link is in the description below. Promo code RAM Showcase for a 125% bonus. The Arizona Cardinals come in at 3-0 to take on the LA Rams, who also sit at 3-0, playing some good football. Both of these teams. This game kicks off at 1:05 p.m. on Fox, and I didn't have it written down here, but I do believe it is Chris Myers and Daryl Johnston on the call for the commentary on this one. And this game, actually, we'll put up the distribution map. Boom! And the Rams will be playing in the yellow areas, so very sporadic and subject to change as well. So keep an eye out on the distribution map. You can go to 506sports.com. That's where I find these. I've got no secrets about where I find my information. It is readily available out there, or you can just Google NFL distribution map, and that's a way you can pull it up there too. But these maps are subject to change, and they usually do, at least a little bit as the week progresses. So Rams in yellow, Chris Myers, Daryl Johnston on the call. This game is on Fox, so if you guys are in that area, change that TV to Fox, and you'll be good to go. The Rams are favored in this game by 6 points. You get 3 for being at home, and then you get that extra 3 for just being a dope team and better than the Cardinals. So if you guys want to put your money on that one, imagine that the Rams are they're -6 to start the game, and then they'll still win. That's at least what you're betting on, right? And it's -250 for the money line for the Rams. It's kind of where I'm sitting. I'm a money line kind of guy. I don't usually get into to the line as far as the point spreads and stuff. I like the money line, and I love to hit the parlays on the money. I got a sick parlay going this week. I might be able to pull away with with a pretty sick win, and I feel pretty good about it. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. That's for me. You guys make your own parlays through BetUS. The over/under in this one, though, is 54.5. So, you know what? I'm feeling points in this one, guys. I think I'm feeling points. I think I haven't decided. That's why I'm struggling with this. I think I'm going to go over. I like this. I like points in this one. Let's take a look at the history of this matchup. The Rams do lead the all-time series 45-38-2, which is pretty cool because the Rams have won 8 straight. So the Rams were below in the series a little bit ago, just 4 years ago, and have climbed their way to a pretty sweet lead there. The most recent game between these two came this year. That was January 3rd of 2021. That was an 18-7 win for your LA Rams. The first ever game between these two came on October 3rd, 1937. That was a 6-0 win for the Chicago Cardinals over the Cleveland Rams. There have been so many different situations. We have like Cleveland versus Chicago. Then we have LA versus Chicago. Then we have LA versus St. Louis. Then we have LA versus like Phoenix, and then LA, and then St. Louis versus Arizona, and then we go back to LA. It's all over the place, guys. All over the place. But each team has played in 3 cities starting up north, and then each have played in St. Louis as well, and neither play in St. Louis today. The Rams' first game playing in St. Louis was 27-3. That was the LA Rams beating the St. Louis Cardinals. And that game came on December 5th of 1965. And I will let you guys know right now that date is going to be important as far as trivia questions go later this season. So take your notes. Class is in session. Professor Joe Bags is here to throw down the knowledge for you guys. But the Rams have won the last 8 between these two teams, the Rams and Cardinals. All of those with Sean McVay. Before that, the road team won 5 straight games. So, Professor Joe Bags again here, teaching you guys that in the last 13 games between these two teams, the home team has only won 4. That's pretty impressive, honestly. I mean, those percentages are pretty sick. I can't do that in my head right now. It's got to be like 28%, something like that. Fact check me, guys. Fact check me. That's fine. But, yeah, road teams doing well in this series. Like I said, only 4 home wins over the last 13 years in this series. That's pretty sweet stuff right there. And, you know, it's all 4 wins coming from these last 4 years for the Rams because we won 8 straight. So, pretty interesting stuff. Sean McVay has never lost to the Arizona Cardinals as the Rams head coach, but this isn't your older brother's Cardinals. And I say older brother's Cardinals because it's not, I mean, it's only been the last 4 years. I don't feel comfortable saying your father's Cardinals. You know what I mean? Like your father's Cardinals are more like 1965. Maybe way newer. I don't know. My parents were born in 67. So not even really my parents. Not even my father's Cardinals. But it's only been the 4 years yet, so it's not your father's Cardinals. It's your older brother's Cardinals. These are not your older brother's Cardinals, though. The Rams both enter this game at 3-0 apiece. The winner will be 4-0, sitting alone in first place in the NFC West, which is a very, very strong division. I'm having a hard time with these Seahawks saying that we're the best division in sports because they are under 500 now. A position that if you can have the first place in the NFC West, that is a position that while it is still extremely early, and I'll give you that, it's only after week 4 that this person will be in first place. But this is also the toughness of this division. I mean, that's a spot that you can really if you're the best in the best division, I mean, you're a dang good football team. All right. So the LA Rams or Arizona Cardinals will be holding that title this year. But these Cardinals, like I said, they are not the same Cardinals. All right. This team is way more loaded, way more explosive on offense. Kyler Murray looks like he's having probably the best season of what will be the best season of his career. He's got weapons for days. You shut down DeAndre Hopkins, and then you've got AJ Green just throwing it down, getting over 100 yards. You got Christian Kirk going over 100 over here. And then their defense, I mean, J.J. Watt, in fairness, is a little bit of just like a shine to the He's not transforming the defense. He's more of just like an ornament. He makes the defense look better on paper. He's not himself absolutely just destroying everybody's soul. But that defense is very good. Their secondary is maybe a little bit rough. Very similar to the Buccaneers, I guess, in that regard. But Budda Baker is a monster, so you always got to watch out for him. And then Chandler Jones is just no joke. I mean, that dude's good at football, guys. I mean, he's very good at football. So, yeah, this is a different team than the Rams have played for the last 4 years. But I will say also that this is a different team than the Cardinals have played for the last 4 years. This Rams team is good right now. We are very good right now. And this is probably, because I've been saying that this is probably the best Cardinals team that Sean McVay has gone against as a head coach. But I also think that this might be the best Rams team that Sean McVay has had as the Rams head coach. The best so far, 2018, losing to the Super Bowl to the New England Patriots 13-3 is the worst day of my life. But this year, I think that the Rams are better than that 2018 team. I think like our deep weapon, we got replaced with we lose Brandon Cooks, now it's Deshaun Jackson. But we also still have Bobby Trees, Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp's actually playing this time. He did not play in that Super Bowl. Our defense, when we entered that Super Bowl, it was Aqib Talib, Marcus Peters, and guys like John Johnson. And so those guys are all gone now. I mean, we've got Jordan Fuller, who I think is an absolute monster. Jalen Ramsey's one of the better players in the NFL at any position. I'm no longer saying he's one of the best corners in the NFL or he's the best corner in the NFL. He's one of the better players in the league today. And Darius Williams had a rough week last week, but I do anticipate him getting back to himself a little bit. He had a rough day, but I think this is the best team that Sean McVay has had. So I think I'm going to stick with that one. Let's take a look at the matchup in this game. We'll start with the Rams offense versus the Cardinals defense. The Rams offense, I mean, sitting middle of the road right now, just a touch above average, sitting at that 14th total. Passing the footballs where they're playing really well, though, and scoring points. You got to score points to win in this league, and the Rams are doing that, putting up over 31 a game. Running the football is still a concern, but also the Rams are not necessarily using the run game to set up the pass anymore. The Rams have now a quarterback who doesn't need to have those misdirections to be able to find an open guy, so I think a lot more attention is going to the pass. Sean McVay loves to throw the football, but the Cardinals defense is good at stopping the pass, only giving up just over 200 yards through the air each game, and just a barely over 21 points a game as well. They are 12th in the NFL in total defense, and they have a lot of trouble stopping the run. So, you know what? This might be the week for the Rams to really get the ground game going. Darrell Henderson looks like he will play, at least on a limited basis. Sony Michel had 20 carries last week, and, kind of similar to the week one, where the Rams kind of got the run game going as it went on. Like, it kind of struggled for a little bit, but as it went on, the offense got the run game got going a little bit. But 29th in the NFL for the Cardinals defense. I mean, that's not super amazing. I think really what we're looking for here is the Rams to establish that run game, and you can't really look at a whole lot between what has happened for these teams the last 3 games, because this is a division game now, and these are a totally different animal. And these teams are starting to know each other a little bit. Cliff Kingsbury and Sean McVay are friends. They're homies, man, and they both got sick houses and stuff like that. We saw it on draft day, but I think that they're going to start to learn each other. Cliff is going to start to learn Sean a little bit more. So will the 8-game streak end? I don't think it ends this game. I think it's possible that it could be in Arizona this year. I don't think it's this game, though. And the Rams' passing attack, I think, is just too good for that Cardinals defense. Let's go to the other side of the football here. This is the Cardinals offense versus the Rams defense. The Cardinals offense is explosive, especially through the air. 3rd in the NFL passing the football, 2nd in total yards. They're also 10th in running the football. So they're doing it everywhere. They're also tied for 1st in points. This Cardinals offense is unreal right now. They are playing some ball. The Rams defense, while they are, like 20s base, you see it on your screen here, giving up almost 400 yards a game, 280 through the air a game, but under 100 against the run, which is good. And then also they are 9th in points given up, so with under 21 a game. So, the Rams defense really is not playing poorly. It's just playing really an interesting way because, like I said earlier, the Rams defense seems to be allowing what they will allow, if that makes any sense. They don't let you get what they don't want you to get. The Rams defense, though, they're giving you for some weird reason, they basically were like, all right, Brady, you're going to get your yards. You're going to do it. You're going to get your yards. But the red zone defense is going to tighten up. It's going to be awesome. This defense has been playing extremely well, even though they are giving up a lot of yards, but not a lot of points, top 10 in points. And like I said, I see a lot of fans are nervous about this Rams defense, and the rankings kind of reflect that, tied for 21st in the NFL right now in total defense. But at the same time, we're 3-0, and what my point was earlier was that like everybody's nervous about this defense, but because of like the whole bend but don't break style, I don't even know if I would use those words right now, but the bend but don't break style, if there was going to be a team that could take advantage of it, do you not think it was going to be Tampa Bay? Tom Brady and all those weapons, did we not expect it to be him that could have found a crack in that bend but don't break defense and score tutties all day? And that's not what happened. Is it going to be Kyler Murray and the Cardinals? You start to get used to playing teams, and you start to get used to playing against a defense. Of course, it's a new defensive coordinator this year, but is this the team to do it? If it doesn't happen these 2 weeks, I think our defense is just really dope, guys. Like, honestly, I think that's what we got to look at here. But the Rams defense, it seems on paper, and if you just are reading box scores, which is a way to evaluate games, I don't believe in it fully as your way to make full judgments of a team or a unit. But if you're just watching box scores, yeah, this Rams defense is not playing amazing. But if you watch the tape, if you take the eyeball test to it, this defense is playing fine. I have no issues with the way that the Rams are playing defense right now. Let's take a look back at the 3 to see from last week. We had wide receiver Cooper Kupp, who put up the 9 catches. I wrote the yards wrong there. It's 96 yards and 2 touchdowns. So obviously a great game by Cooper Kupp, but he's playing some really good football right now. He's on a record-setting pace. He's first in the NFL. He's best wide receiver right now in the league, and I have no complaints about Cooper Kupp. Next is linebacker Kenny Young that we had. He had 8 total tackles, led the team, and did have a sack on Tom Brady. You know he's going to be loving that. I mean, everybody loves to sack Tom Brady. It's everybody's favorite. Also, Aaron Donald did get his first career sack on Tom Brady, and also with that, did become tied for first place with Leonard Little in Rams history, modern history, we'll call it. That's I saw JB Long call it modern history for sacks because Deacon Jones obviously would blow those 2 dudes away with those numbers if he had counted as sacks his entire time. He can't count all of his sacks because he was the one that coined that term, so can't do all of it. And then we also had Jordan Fuller, who had 3 total tackles, but also you do not want your safeties making all of the tackles, okay? If your safeties are making all of your tackles, your defense probably isn't playing that well. Let's take a look at the 3 to see for this week. We're going to start with Aaron Donald. The Cardinals offense is playing really, really good football right now. They're playing some great ball. They're second in total yards, tied for first in points. They are doing it on offense right now. Of course, if you look at their opponents, that does have to be considered. But, NFL teams are NFL teams. So this is the perfect game, though, for somebody like Aaron Donald to be able to just control and wreck a game. It kind of takes me back, and it's a different player, but it takes me back to, who is it, Pagano for the Colts, when he was like, don't let Robert Quinn wreck this game. And that's exactly what they did. That was the game that he had the sack, strip, scoop, and score, the 4 S's on one play, and it was awesome. Maybe we need one from AD, man. We're waiting for Aaron Donald to score a touchdown. It's like the only thing he's not done in his career, man. He's amazing. Need to get him in the end zone. But this does feel like a game that he could wreck. He could wreck this game. That feels real. Especially with the way that their offense is playing. Very good offense. But if there was going to be a game where Aaron Donald just says, like, no, you're not doing what you want to do. You're going to do what we'll allow you to do. This is going to be that one. On the other side of the football, we are sticking in the trenches. I'm going to go with Big Whit, Andrew Whitworth. He's going to spend a big, big chunk of his day going against Chandler Jones. And we all feel pretty good that Big Whit can handle him. If you guys did not catch Big Whit on Colin Cowherd this week, I believe that happened on Tuesday. You guys can check out YouTube to check out his interview. Awesome. He's just talking about the success of the Rams and what's different this year, stuff like that. It's really cool. But he'll be going against Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones is one heck of a pass rusher. Had 5 sacks in week 1. And, it's a tall order to try to stop him all day. And if we have anybody on our team in the NFL, really, that can do it, it's got to be Whitworth, right? There's some very good left tackles out there, but Chandler Jones did that to Taylor Lewan, who's supposed to be really good. So, there's no guarantees, and especially for an old man like Whit, who's been playing football for the last 86 years, and he's pretty good at it, but these young dudes, Chandler Jones, I guess, isn't super young, but... and then our next one here, we're going to go with cornerbacks. We're going to go with the 2, but really 3, which is Jalen Ramsey, Darius Williams, and David Long Jr. Those are our big ones there. Jalen Ramsey's playing great football right now, and it doesn't exactly scare me that he's going against Hopkins. Hopkins will win some. Ramsey will win some. I anticipate Hopkins having a somewhat of a day. I think he'll get into the 70s, 80s in yards, or he could light us up. I have no idea. Jalen Ramsey's been playing all over the place, so I don't expect him to be a shadow in this situation, but Ramsey's also playing some damn good football right now, guys, and it's really fun to watch. But Darius Williams, he looked pretty rough last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and him going against A.J. Green definitely concerns me. He was not playing great ball last week against the Bucs, so I'd like to see him bounce back in that one to be able to turn it around. And then we also got David Long will likely be going against Christian Kirk a lot in this game, former Texas A&M Aggie, Gig'em, and he's been playing great too. So, really, that's 3 guys that are very, very good at this game, and the key here is going to be messing with Kyler Murray. We've got the corners. I like our corners going against these receivers. We liked them last week, too, going against those Tampa Bay Buccaneers receivers. It was a tall order, and they were out Antonio Brown, so that helps the Rams defense. This week, Hopkins, Green, Kirk, that's a tough task as well. So I think that this defense is up for it. But really, I do think it's going to come down to the pass rush. It's really unfortunate we lose Justin Hollins to that pectoral surgery, but he'll be back. Unfortunately, just nowhere near this game he'll be back. But the guys who are coming in to replace him, I like that we'll be able to get pressure up the middle with guys like Aaron Donald, and I think that that's going to be the key for the passing game, is stopping them there, stopping them at the Kyler Murray. At their Kyler Murray. You guys made it all the way to the end of the video. Do you know what that means? That you're the best. You're the absolute best. What I need from you now, if you have not already, go ahead on this side, you can subscribe. And if you like this clip, I guarantee you're going to like the entire thing. That's going to be on this side here. Peace! Go Rams!